My name is William Wickliffe, Jr. My dad's name was William Wickliffe, Sr. My mother was Caroline Wickliffe. Her maiden name is Smith. Well, I was born in Kenwood. I went to school in Kenwood and in a grade school. Then high school, I went to Pryor. Kenwood is small. There'd be kids running up there at the house. And school was close. And so I've had kids, friends. And then we'll play ball and played basketball from first grade to grade school. I walked by myself. I had 2 dogs that took me almost to the school, then they went home. That's the way it was for me. We had a few like horses and cattle, little small. And Dad did a little small farming, but and this way I got along all right. Say my cousins come over, and they lived a different area somewhere, and they come over often. So I went along. Fool with horses, I had a horse, and like that. My dad gave it to me when it was a colt, and said, "If I'll give you the colt if you quit eating candy." So I quit. Now I took care of my horse George. And I'd ride it to the Kenwood store when I'm not going to school. I had a rabbit, Oscar, black rabbit. We had a lot of hogs, more than normal, but he sold them hogs too. I was good enough roper to I could run a pig there and then he'd take off and I'd rope him. And did the same thing with the calves. Okay. I want to be a cowboy. Back in them days, is 40s, not much toys you buy, and you don't get very much toys, so make wooden wheels and stuff like that, make cars and wagons and stuff like that. And I had one guy that's pretty good with making toys, so he come over. Marbles, yeah, I used marbles when I was a kid, a bunch of it. And I was a pretty sharp shooter. Mm-hmm. I've had cans full of marbles if I bring home every so often. Then when we moved, I stored the marbles, cans in a tree. I picked beans there, and whatever they picked, I went over there across the field and go pick beans. I go over and make a little bit of money, pocket it. Then at the 4th of July, they'd have a Salina carnival, big one. They're great, huge one. The whole communities would be there and all that. They didn't have no pop that I know of. They had fruit jar sitting there with Kool-Aids in it. Probably 5 to 10 cents. Store was a supermarket there. It was a pretty good store, and this was a country store. They had to get all you want, and food in, so everybody in the area, Kenwood area, shopped there. So I was a little man that's kind of at home. You know, whatever they tell me, that's what we do. So I was a pretty good little kid. Whenever he'd go to work and away from Kenwood, he worked along that way. I had that count that you were talking about. It's a little count. I bought stuff at the going back to school, coming in and if I wanted something to eat, and I charged it. I didn't make it such a big out, and whenever he came back, he just goes to the store and says, I'll pay his bill. That was summertime when I had all this season plants like strawberries and beans and picking time and all that stuff like that. They'd have them, I guess some company come in there with a tent and show the pictures, moving pictures with the westerns. Oh, it was full there in that tent. That was a big thing. After grade school, the teacher talked to Dad. Well, Dad was on our school board for I don't know how long, but he talked to Dad and said, if I give him a sponsor or have him get a sponsor, he's got good grades. And Dad said, I guess, where? He said Bacon. But they had high school in Bacon, Muskogee. So me and him talked about it, and we decided, okay, we'll give it a try. So after getting out of school, grade school, so I packed up and went to Muskogee. I didn't like it. Didn't stay too long, and come back, and he said, where would you want to go to school? We decided we'd go to Pryor. We had transportation, and we had Model A, a couple Model A's at one time. Mom and I moved it in a Model A. That's
wow.
That was back in 1950, 40, something. Them days you didn't have to move it much. Maybe mattress, I guess. Well, I think it was a Christmas or something like that. They bought a bicycle, brand new one. Well, everybody was poor then. You just have to made out what you can, and some people got a little bit more than the others. I've talked to Cherokee all my life, ever since I could talk. I grew up with it, both of them. And they talked English a lot. And so I had no problem. I've always thought I could talk Cherokee anybody. And they start talking Cherokee whenever you see any Cherokee. And they always say, well, I thought you talked just English, but I don't.